February, and tonight, boy races, yes, moral delinquency in children and adults. At least that's what we called it in 1954 when Parliament formed a special committee to look into the immorality of the young folk congregating in milk bars, boys and girls together. Before that, it was American servicemen stealing our women folk. Then there were teddy boys or rockers, they're the ones on the left, and mods, they're the ones on the right. Some of our older viewers may still side with one group or the other. Later came punks, cue obligatory Sex Pistols clip. Not anymore, he's not Johnny Rotten, he's 50-something, and last year he did a butter commercial. And now in that long line of young people making a public nuisance of themselves comes boy racers. Not sweet boy racers like John Travolta in Greece.
You ain't gonna see me for Dasuko.
No, these are the boy racers who have cabinet ministers talking of crushing their cars and who drive residents of downtown Christchurch to distraction each weekend. So, is this just the latest manifestation of the need young people have had for successive generations to congregate noisily and somewhat annoyingly in public, or are these young people different? We joined the police on Saturday night in Christchurch to see what they saw firsthand. Our reporter was Hamish Clark, our cameramen were Christy Douglas and Joe Morgan, and the editor was Andrew Curry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Christchurch.
This weekend, the police were determined not to let the boy racers take over the streets.
What I'll do is I'll just go through the operation orders quickly.
Extra staff have been brought in for the operation, over 70 cops and 35 cars.
Extra care is to be taken to watch each other's safety, and staff should not go into situations where they can easily be outnumbered or set up in an ambush.
There's more and more crime and disorder being committed by these guys.
Police have received information that there could be gatherings involving burnouts, and that even some cars could be carrying Molotov cocktails.
And we haven't encountered anything like Molotov cocktails before, and I don't expect to, but it is something we are aware of if we do see texts like that. The diesel pouring and things like that does occur, and yeah, we'll again try and prevent it happening.
We head out with Richard Parker and Steve McClurg. Both are from the Canterbury Highway Patrol.
Roger, QP the arrow, thanks.
And within 5 minutes, they pull over the first boy racer.
When you put your brakes on, you've got white lights displaying.
The young man has travelled up from Temuka and has outstanding fines on his vehicle. Courts want to have a chat.
Do you want to give it a check while he's down there?
If he gets the cash to pay his fines, then he's free to go. As the night falls, more and more cars come out cruising the streets.
Court's okay with him?
And Richard and Steve are constantly pulling over cars.
750 or 650? 7, yeah. You got your licence there, buddy?
Stay in the car.
One of the big issues for police is groups. The more that get together, the more trouble they cause.
How's it going, guys? Whose are these cars? Because once you get this many here, they'll keep coming.
For the police, it's all about trying to stay on top of any troublemakers.
I guess you could say we're trying to reclaim the streets a wee bit, and it's been proven in the past that a hard line on enforcement, that is issuing traffic offence notices and whatever else is required, does certainly make a difference.
Well, it's way past midnight, and this is the problem that the police have to deal with. There are cars here, and all they do is lap after lap after lap. They keep going all the way around town. And trying to keep them in check are the police. As many police as possible out on the roads, making sure that they're sticking within the law.
Have a good night, boys. Yeah.
As part of the operation, a booze bus is set up on a road where they do laps, slowing down traffic, slowing down the boy racers.
What's the night been like?
Oh, it's been bloody brilliant.
Yeah, you're not going very fast.
No.
As you can see, sir.
It's been slow.
Yeah, it's been really slow. We actually waited for like an hour on Harper Ave.
Yeah,
we moved like this much in 15 minutes.
How's it going, guys?
G'day.
Way too loud.
Oh, sorry, it's a good song.
Hey, no, I was talking about the muffler as well as the music.
Here, the car windows are too dark. Tints stuck on for looks that are illegal.
If they come off now, you peel them all off now, sweet. If you don't, it'll be another $150 ticket and it'll be green stickered.
How's the night going so far?
Yeah, it's been pretty steady so far. Heavier volumes than a normal weekend, obviously, but yeah, nothing too significant at this stage.
Trouble?
Not that I'm aware of. It's all been reasonably routine in terms of the type of stuff we're dealing with so far, just in big volumes.
There's a lot of boy races out there, hundreds going around the city, as usual. We've had 7 cars, I think, taken by the courts, and 12 to 14 others that have been written off the road for various different defects.
The issue made the headlines 3 weeks ago when a policeman was ambushed and shot at. Police say they won't tolerate it. It outraged the Prime Minister, politicians, and now the police are determined to crack down on the troublemakers.
Police are aware that there are groups within the illegal street racer community who are out there for more serious criminal activity, for instance violence, as we saw 3 weeks ago with a police sergeant who was shot at. These groups are of particular interest to us. We will target them, we know who they are, and as we have the evidence, they will be taken into account.
But how big a dent can the cops really make?
The locals in Christchurch are sick of them driving around, they're sick of the noise. I mean, can you really eliminate that? Can you really satisfy them?
Not tonight, no. At the end of the day, there's nothing illegal about driving your car around the city. The thing that aggravates the people is just the sheer numbers of cars and the cumulative noise of so many vehicles circulating at once.
It could take some time and a law change if normality is to return to the streets again.